So our exam, so it will be Friday. So our exam will be on Friday. So I will send the exam in Moodle. So I'll put it in Moodle. And then I will send the link for Zoom. So the exam will start at 11:00. Yeah. Okay. So you log in to the Zoom and then you do your exam. So when you're done, then you scan. You can use the CAM scanner. So you install the CAM scanner in your phone and then you just scan. So you take a picture of it using the CAM scanner. You just scan and then you save it as a PDF. Okay, save as a PDF, and then you send to Moodle. So the way you've done with the homework, that's how we do the exam. So at times Moodle can misbehave, so you can do what? Send through the what? Email. So you can email. So if the Moodle is not working that day, then you can use the email. Okay. So you'll just do it at home. So you, okay. Question?
Are we allowed to use that one page after one page?
Yeah, in fact, when you take a picture, let's say this page, you take a picture of this page. So even if you write to the other page, you still take a picture of it.
I mean, like for notes while we take the exam,
Uh-huh.
are we allowed to have one page of notes?
Yeah, because you'll just be doing it at home, then you have one page of your notes. Okay, so make sure you turn on the camera. All right. So your camera, I should be seeing you in Zoom. Make sure you have it because you will be doing the same in the exam. Okay. So try have your webcam. I think there's some rooms around school where you can do your exam. Are there? I'm not sure.
I believe there's testing, like computer labs testing, where they practice themselves.
I'm not that sure. But do you usually have some classes via Zoom?
A lot of class offers and
Yeah. So definitely you should be having a camera. Okay. So if I don't see you with your camera, then I might say you're not the one doing the exam. All right. So make sure I should be seeing you in the camera. All right. Any question on the exam? So the exam will take, I'll give you an allowance of 15, 20 minutes. So the exam will be from 11 to like 12, 20 p.m. Okay. So that will be the allowance. So the 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes, you can use to scan and send your exam. Any question? Are you okay with that? All right, so the points are 100. So 100 points. So 100%. So it is covering chapter 5, 6, 7. So this is up to what we did on Monday. So we have some questions on what we did on Monday. So make sure you study up to where we did it on Monday, or yeah, today is 100. Yeah, on Monday. So we did 7.6 on Monday, right? So we have like 2 questions there. So make sure you study well. So if you have any question before the exam, feel free to ask. So you can send me through the mail, or you can even text. All right. Okay, so today we're going to do section 8.1. So section it's a very simple topic here. So section 8.1. So this deals with simplify expression with proofs. Simplify expression with proofs. So I send 1-page notes to the Moodle so you can check them. You'll find them there. All right, so when we are given, let's say, n raised to 2, this is the same as n squared. Okay. The square root of n, this is the same as square root of what? Of n. The square root of n. So the square root. So this square root is also written as what? N raised to what? 1 over 2. So it's similar to n raised to 1 over 2. So if you're given n raised to, let's say, a, okay. Let's say this one, and maybe a there. Okay. So this square root here is similar to 2. There is a 2 there that we usually ignore. So we do what? We just write the square root there. So this is the a root over n. So this is similar to n raised to what? 1 over 8. So it is similar to n raised to 1 all over 8. Now, if you have, let's say, a raised to n, and then we have that a, or yeah, let's say, sorry, right in the next page. have, let's say we have the A here, and then we have the N here, and then we have the N there. This is similar to A. That is similar to A. So how do we do this? So I said this this N root here is similar to what? A raised to N. And then we raise this one to what? 1 over N. Which should give us what? A raised to N. You multiply by what? 1 over N. And this is equals to, so this and that will cancel. And that one is equals to A. That is equals to A. So this occurs when A is greater or equals to 0. When A is greater or equals to 0. So what do you mean? This is where A can be equals to 0, it can be equals to 1, can be equals to 2. So these are the positive. Yeah? So these are positive values. Positive values. Because we know that the square root of A of 0, sorry, the square root of 0 is equals to what? Is equals to 0. So the square root of 0 is equals to 0. The square of 0 or anything raised to 0, any 0 raised to anything like A or B or something like that, this is similar to what? 0. So that is similar to 0. All right. So if A raised to N, then this one is equals to N, equals to A. So this is similar to that. So the nth root of this one is the same as that when N is even. When N is even. So this is the absolute value. Okay? So this one is the absolute value. So what do you mean by this? When we have the square root of, let's say, 16, okay? The square root of 16. So the square root of 16 is also similar to, so this is similar to 16 raised to what? 1 over 2. This 16 is similar to what? 4 square raised to what? 1 over 2. 4 square raised to 1 over 2. Now, this 4 square, okay? So this 4 square, because this one is square, then this 4 square can be plus or minus. So we can still write this one as plus or minus 4. And then you do what? You square. Then you get the what? You get the square root there. So because when you square 4, you still get 16, right? So when you square minus 4, you get what? 16, right? that true? It is, right? So that means to get the value of this, then we said, we still remember, when we are taking the absolute value, then if there was a negative here, -4, this one would be equals to what? Did you say something like that? We did something like that a few weeks ago, right? So the absolute value of this is the same as 4. So here, if we get the square root of 16, the square root of 16 is similar to plus or minus 4. But again, we can still get this, and then we get the absolute value of this, which is equals to what? 4. So we can get the absolute value of that equals to 4. So therefore, if this n here is even, if the n is even, then we get the absolute value. So what we get is the absolute value. So for example, if we have the square root of here to be the square root of minus 16 there, we have minus 16 there. So what is the square root of minus 16? This is a complex number, right? So this will give us a complex number. So this is not. So this is not a real value. So it will not give us a real value. So in Moodle, you can be asked if you're given the square root of this, and the value of n here is even. So when the value of n is even, then, and this is negative, then you put what? You put the empty. So that is, we cannot get it. So we cannot get the real values of this. But now, if this value, if this one, if you're given here, let's say 8 there, and then minus 8 here, and then we have the 3 there. So if this one is odd, so if this one is odd value, so if the power there is, if the root there is odd, yeah. So if this one is odd, then what are the factors of 8? The factors of 8 are what? 2 times 2 times what? 2, right? And all of them are what? Negative, right? Okay. So we know that minus 8 is the same as the cube root of minus 2 raised to what? Raised to 3. Minus 2 raised to 3. Now, because this one is even, then we are able to get the square root here. Okay, because this one is odd, sorry, then we are able to get the cube root here. So what would be our cube root here? So we take this one inside, so that means it would be negative 2 raised to what? 3 times what? 1 over 3. And we get what? Negative 2. Okay. So if this is odd number and there is a negative inside here, then we will still get the root of that. We will still get the root. But if this is, there is a negative here, okay, let's say negative n, and then this one is even, the value of n or the value of a here is even, then we will not get the root there. So it will be a complex number. So it will be a complex number. Because we know that if let's say this one is n, okay? So if let's say this one is n square, and then if let's say we have n here, and then we have negative n here, okay? So if we start from the n square there, so let's say we take the n square here, so we square this. So if we square this, what do we get? We get n. We get n by what? N, which is equals to n square, right? Because that negative will go. So if we cube this one raised to 3 there, if we cube this one, then what do we get? So we still get n minus n times minus n times what? Minus n, which is equals to this one of them, the 2 will cancel there, so we'll still get raised to 3. Okay? So we still get raised to 3. Now, if we have n raised to 4 minus n raised to 4 here, then this is similar to minus n times minus n times minus n times minus n. So this and this will be positive. This one and this one will be positive. So this is equals to n raised to 4. If we have minus n raised to 5, so this is similar to what? Minus n times minus n times minus n times minus n. 1, 2, 3, 4 times minus n. Okay, so this and this will be positive, this and this positive, and then we have the remaining one there. So finally, this one is equals to minus n raised to 5. Okay, so if you raise the negative by even number, like let's say 2, 4, 6, like that, then it will give you the positive value there, which is like 2, 4, 6, like that. But if you raise a number n raised to negative n raised to an odd number, let's say 5, 3, 7, or something like that, then you will still get a negative n raised to 3, 5, 7 odd numbers. So you'll still get negative, right? Okay. So let's do some of the examples here. So example number 1. The square root of 16 plus the square root of 36. So the square root of 16 plus the square root of 36. So we said if a raised to n, okay, and then the square root, maybe this one is n, and this one is, and n is even, then this is similar to that when n is what? Is even. Okay, so when n is even. So we make sure that the root here is similar to what is here. So you make sure what is here is similar to the one which is here, so that you get what? So that you can cancel to get this. Right? So in this case, this is even because it is a square root, which is 2 here, and this one is also 2. So we need to know what are the values which are here, what are the factors of 16 and 36, which are raised to 2. So 16 is what? Is 4 raised to 2, right? The square root. And then plus 36 is 6 raised to 2. So 6 raised to 2 there. So in this case, what we should get here, because this one is 2 and this one is 2, then the absolute value of what? 4. Plus, what we get here is the absolute value of what? 6. And finally, our answer would be equals to what? Is equals to 10. Is equals to 10. Now, another example. If we are given the square root of minus 4 here, the square root of minus 4 there. So because the root here is even, the root here is even. So what will be our answer without even solving this? This is a complex number, right? So our answer will be what? The empty. So this one is empty. That means there is no real. So we don't have the no real number. There is no real number. The number which we get here is a what? A complex number. So what we get is a complex number. We will still do the complex number. I think there is some section, I don't know which section, which is dealing with complex number. So there is no real number. So in Moodle, a question like this, you can be given a question like this. Then what you put is what? Is this. I think you have this one in Newton, sorry. In Newton, when you're doing your homework. Another example. If you're given also, let's say this is 4 and this one is minus 81. Let's say minus 4 there, 4 there, and minus 81. So because this is even, then without even solving this is a what? There is no real value. So there is no real numbers. Yeah. Now, if we have this minus 125, and then let's say we raise this one to 3. So the cube root of negative 125. So we have the cube root of negative 125. So because this is odd, then we will get the what? We will get the values. So because this is odd, then we will get the values. Because here, this is similar to what? 125 is 5 how many times? 3 times, right? So it is 5 times 5 times 5. And there is a negative in all of it. Okay? So one of them will cancel, two of them will cancel. So what you remain with, so they are what? So definitely this is equals to minus 125, right? And this is the same as, so this is the same as minus 5 raised to what? Minus 5 raised to 3. So minus 5 raised to 3 is equals to minus 5 times minus 5 times minus 5. So the two of them there will cancel. So you remain with one of them there, which is similar to this. And definitely it is similar to that. So I said you make sure this power here or this root here is similar to this so that it can cancel. So definitely this is similar to minus 125 is equals to minus 5 raised to what? 3. Okay? Raised to 3. And this is similar to minus 5 raised to 3 and then raised to 1 over 3. And finally, this is equals to what? Minus 5 raised to 3 times 1 over 3. This and this will cancel. And what we get is minus 5. Any question? Okay, another example is the square root of 9m squared. 9m squared. So there is no negative here. So we will get a 1. Because this is even, then we must get the roots. So this, the factors of 9 are what? So this is similar to the square root of 3 raised to 2, and then m raised to 2. Okay? So that is similar to that. Definitely, this is equals to what? 3 raised to 2 times m raised to 2 raised to 1 over 2. So I think we did the distribution of the powers, right? Yeah. So you distribute those powers. So this is equals to 3 raised to 2 times 1 over 2, and then m raised to 2 times 1 over 2. So this and that will cancel, you get 1. That and that will cancel, you get 1. So finally, our answer will be what? 3 raised to 1, m raised to 1, which is similar to 3. Which is similar to 3. Okay, another example is if you're given 25 z raised to 6 and then get a square root. Get a square root of that. So how should we get a square root of this? So this is the same as 5 raised to 2, and then z can remain, z raised to 6, the what? Square root. So this is equals to 5 raised to 2, z raised to 6, all this raised to what? 1 over 2. And then it distributes the what? The power. So this is similar to 5 raised to 2 times 1 over 2, z raised to 6 times 1 over 2. And finally, this is equals to 5 raised to 1, z raised to what? 3, which is equals to 5 raised and z raised to 3. Because this will cancel, and that we get 3. So you get 3 there. z raised to 3. Okay, we have another question here. Z raised to this 6 there, and then x 18 there. The 6th root of x raised to 18. So the 6th root of x raised to 18. So of course this one is what? This is even. So that one is even. So what you should get is a what? Is the absolute value of the value here. So we should get the absolute value there. So this x, the 6th root of that, is similar to what? X raised to 18, and then this one is raised to what? 1 over 6. So it is similar to x raised to 18, then 1 over 6. So our answer will be what? So this is equals to x raised to 18 times what? 1 over 6. So this and that will cancel with 3. So our answer will be what? Because this one was even, then the absolute value. So you get. So even for this, even for the 9, because this one was even, so make sure you put the absolute value there to show that we are also considering positive and it is. So what we get is positive plus or minus 3 and 3 and so we take the what? The absolute value. So we put the absolute value there. Okay. Instead of you putting the plus or minus, just put the absolute value there. So if it is odd, we just leave it like that. If the power is odd. Now, like this one also, this is also even. So what you should put here is the what? So you should put the absolute value of 5, 0 is to 3, like that. Okay? So you should put this one. So the absolute value. So again, this one, because this one is even, so make sure you don't forget this absolute value. Are we together? All right, so yeah, so finally, an example which is still there is the 4th root of y raised to 20. The 4th root of y raised to 20. So what do you get? So it is similar to what? Y raised to 20, then this one raised to what? 1 over 4. So when you cancel this and that, you get what? 5. So finally, our answer would be what? The absolute value of 5. The absolute value of 5. Do you have any questions? Any question? Valos, Benjamin, Gregory, Ashley, Victoria, Rachel, Bailey, Laura, Adam, Kavehi, Andrew, Destiny, Cole, Abby, Alia, Aldo, Gillian, Martinez, Remington, Rayleigh, Eric, Kayla, Relay, yeah, here. Rock, Thompson, Samuel, William, Workman. Right. See you on Friday.